Hello creators! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to get back to doing my videos. I hope that you guys didn't miss me too much even though I did have some content up. I am so happy to be back and finally in our hotel room and all set up and ready to go. So the first project I'm going to bring to you guys in my new setting, my new temporary setting, is this fun little bookmark. I made these for some customer gifts. Anybody that ordered with me in December is receiving a thank you card along with one of these fun bookmarks. This is on watercolor paper, and it is using our brand new watercolor pencils. I'm so excited about these. I used 5 different colors right here. I'll go through those all in a moment. And then I used one of our brand new celebration stamp sets. This is the Avant Garden. I used this gorgeous flower here along with the thanks for being you sentiment right here. So let's get started making one of these fantastic bookmarks. So the first thing you want to do is cut a piece of watercolor paper. This is cut at 2 by 5, and I have already done the top with my scalloped tag topper punch. And now we are ready to start coloring with our pencils. So what I like to do is do the top, the bottom, the middle, and then fill in. That way I kind of have a good gauge as to how much of each color I want to use. So this is Bermuda Bay. I love these colored pencils. They have the color on the end along with the name. This number here just corresponds with the order number that they are put into the package. And then we have the Stampin' Up! Logo along with, of course, the pencil tip. Now I need to get a pencil sharpener, but I have already done 5 of these bookmarks and I'm still going pretty strong. So what I'm going to do is take the Bermuda Bay and I'm just going to color. I'm putting about medium pressure, not too light, not too dark. Then I'm going to take my last color. This is Rich Razzleberry, and I'm going to color from the bottom up about the same amount. And then I'm going to jump to the middle. So I have 5 colors. The middle color is Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to color that right in the middle. And then you can kind of see how much room you have in between the colors, whether you need more or less. So then now I'm taking Calypso Coral and I'm filling in between the purpley and the yellow. And I'm taking Old Olive and filling in between the teal and the yellow. Just like that. Now you can really play around with these and get lots of different shades and tones. Here's one that I did very heavy-handed, and then this one is lighter. So you can see that the harder you push, the deeper and more intense the colors can come out. And because we are doing a watercolor effect, I have my Aqua Painter here filled with some regular water. And what I like to do to make sure I have it nice and wet is I hold it over the cap and then I squeeze it until I see about a drop come out, and then I know I'm good to go. So I'm just going to take my Aqua Painter and I'm kind of going in a windshield wiper motion, and I'm going down, and then sometimes I go slightly back up when the colors change, just to really blend those colors together. So I like the windshield wiper motion because it gives kind of an arc to the color changes. So down and then up a little and then down. You can see that that color really moves around with that water. You can even go back up again just to get those color changes even more intense. And like I said, I really like the arc effect. So we'll just go all the way back up and done. So now I'm just going to use a paper towel or a scrap piece of paper, which I have right here, and I'm just going to kind of run that off a little bit until it runs clear, just like that. And now I'm done with this. Now you want to make sure you allow time for this to dry completely so that we can do our stamping. All right, once your piece is completely dry, then we can get to the stamping and embossing. So I am actually going to be embossing with Basic Black, our Archival stamp pad, Versamark, and some clear embossing powder. So here we go. The first thing you want to do, you want to go pretty quickly because this isn't a typical embossing powder, but when you use the Versamark in conjunction with your black, it should work just fine. So I'm also opening up my embossing powder so that I can have that all ready to go. So I'm going to take my stamp, and believe it or not, it is clean. It's just stained. So if you want to make multiples of these at one time, make sure you clean your stamp off before you go back into your Versamark. It's not really going to hurt it, but it'll leave a pretty dingy looking mark on your pad. So first of all, we're going to ink up Versamark, get it nice and juicy. And then you're going to ink it up in your Basic Black. And I just go down one time. That's all you really need since you have the Versamark on there. And then stamp it down where you want it. Hold it for just a second. And once you have that part stamped, go ahead and get your powder on there. And again, this is clear. All right, and now, before I heat emboss it, I'm going to do my sentiment. So again, same thing, Versamark, black ink, and I'm going to put that right up here at the top. And then I'm going to get my powder on it first thing. All right. So now that the powder is all ready to go, I can set this aside for just a few minutes. You don't have to go as quick with that step. So I'm just going to take a moment to clean up my area, put my tops back on my ink pads, and now I can go into heat embossing. So because this is watercolor paper and I've already watercolored it and I'm going to be embossing on it, I don't want it to curl too much. It already has a natural curl after I did the water process. So what I like to do is heat the back of the cardstock first. So if we heat the back of the cardstock, you'll see that it will start to curl the opposite direction. So I like to do that first until that side is nice and curved. And then I'll go to the front once my heat tool is heated up a little. And then I will get that embossing going. Look at how beautiful. Yes. Okay. And the stem at the bottom. Don't get this too close to your fingers. It will be hot. Okay, and there is our beautiful embossing. Look how shiny it is. Yes, right there. Can you see it? Oh, I love it. All right, so next up and our final step is to take some of the thick baker's twine. This is in Bermuda Bay, which is the top color of our watercoloring pencils. And I like to do 3 lengths of 4.5, which I think is 13.5 inches. Something like that. So I just triple that up on itself. 4.5 times 3, just like so. And now I'll take my snips and I'll snip both of those loops. So now I have 3 equal pieces. I'm just going to fold them in half. And you can make it longer. I wouldn't make it shorter because it might not be long enough to get through this little opening. But 4.5 is a pretty good size for a little bookmark. And then just pull all those through and fiddle around with it until it is how you like it. And you can either fray the ends some more, you can leave them all haphazard, or you can cut them all off so they're the same length, like that. And there we go. There is our super quick and fun bookmark using the new watercolor pencils. I'm so excited. I love these bookmarks. There's so many different things that you can do with the beautiful watercolor pencils. I did this one here in Bermuda Bay, but I like the black better. What do you guys think? Thank you so much for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you can be notified of new videos, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of today's project. Don't forget, right now is Celebration all the way until March 31st. Every $50 that you spend before shipping and tax will earn you one free item out of this flyer. And I am telling you what, there is some really, really cute stuff in here. So make sure you take advantage of that sale. Head over to my website, melissascreations.com. You can also follow me on Facebook for the latest updates and Stampin' Up! News at facebook.com/mcreations. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Bye.